is Young Ads, aka Poet, and welcome to the Stars League. Every week we are here, we are joined by a guest, and we discuss football happening inside a building. Better than Sky Sports. Who is here this week? Last week I believe we had Avelino, who's meant to come with Rich. Rich didn't turn up. Maybe like Wiley. This week we have got someone who I really, really do love. A good friend of mine, one of the pioneers in the game, been here from the very, very start of football content online. It is Craig Mitch!
What's going on?
My brother.
Bro.
Out here looking like an orange, I'm out here looking like a pot of jam. My brother. Come on, my G. Welcome to the Stars League.
No, thanks for having me, brother.
We've got to bring you down, we've got to get you down here on a Monday. To be fair, I need to go down on a Monday. Money always talks to me about it. Be honest though, we're honest here. What do you know so far about the league itself?
I've seen it all over social media.
All over social media.
It's building a buzz, definitely. I see J2K posting a bit about it. Obviously, I see Professor Green's got a team in there, Tizzy. And it looks competitive.
All right, first game we're going into happens to be Professor Green. His team lined up against Rams's team. Who was barking mad geezer? Let's find out right now.
So in week 4 of the Stars League, this is the two strongest teams playing. Well, kind of. Rams are at the bottom, so they're holding everybody else up in the league, so we'll give them the strongest position. Prof Green's team, not in green, in black, just to confuse things slightly. Goalkeeper with a decent save, a little shove as well. And a good save down to his right-hand side. Rams, well, they've been struggling in these past weeks, and you can see why almost there. Not the strongest shot in the world. Prof Green's in black. First goal for them. Through the legs, back of the net. Thank you very much. Even apologising to the keeper there. Sorry, mate. Well, you shouldn't apologise for that. Perfect placement. As you would expect, Prof Green's team here dominating. Could be second in the league, and there is the finish. Into the bottom corner, no chance for the goalkeeper. You just get a feeling the poor fella in red is just going to be super exposed today. Oh, lovely ball forwards. Oh, the cheekiest of scissor kicks on this surface, indoor. Well, he tried it, didn't work, but it looked great. I tell you what, a cameraman can't even keep up with that one. What a strike from inside of their own half. David Beckham, eat your heart out. Wayne Rooney, you've done it. Eat your heart out. Fantastic strike. So Rams touch in, rare moment of possession. And then to give up possession and straight away down the other end. The finish is there. Professor Green with a scientific finish into the bottom corner. Keeper gets his hands to it, but it's too hot to handle. Once again, well, he should have finished that. It was gaping there, the goal. Rams, they look a bit disheartened at half-time. Don't worry, lads, just a 3 or 4 to get back. Now they've got some early possession here in the second half. I spoke too soon. Good save by the goalkeeper. Picks up the rebound. Once again, great play. Strike is over the bar. There's time, there's space. And I tell you what, the keeper's done well there. Just got a touch on it. Sole of the foot, so popular indoors. Sole of the foot is the new black. And I tell you what, the cheekiest to finish there with a crossover. Goalkeeper with a very good save. You get a feeling that, well, they're going to make a touch here. There's the back heel and the strike and the own goal. Well, I had a bit of everything there. Not the biggest to support, but very enthusiastic as we look at that through the keeper's legs. The cross, defender just ricochets off him, back of the net, and he thought things couldn't get worse. They do. Oh, again, space, time, technique, pitch invader, it's got it all. Look at that finish into the bottom corner there. Needs control of fans though. Once again, simplest of layouts. Played across to the middle and the finish. Easy as you like. 1, 2, 3 passes. No chance for the keeper. Hate to say it, it's almost like they're playing against those plastic mannequins they've got at the side just behind the goal. Not too much movement from the defence there. Once again, Prof Green's team in possession, moving forward with ease. Foul's given on the far side, and that is it. No time for the free kick. Well, It's not been pretty of you, Rams. Very pretty of you, the Prof. Final score, Professor Green's team 7, Rams 0.
Week 4, game 4. Joining me off the pitch, Rams with the L this week. Talk to me, Rams. Tell me what happened.
It's simple as this week. Last week we wanted it. I think because they was at the bottom, Tizzy's team, and they hadn't won a game. I thought my boys were, their heads were like, yeah, we're gonna win this. But as well as that, I told them it's my birthday. I don't want to lose. You feel me? This week we went into the game knowing that we're facing a good team, but we didn't. For the first 5-10 minutes, we played quite well. We actually done what I had asked them to do. Do you feel me? So when they was doing that, I was very happy. Then when it got to about when I came on, which is a bit, we then started losing. So we conceded. I just thought we gave them too much respect. You can give a team respect, but not too much to the level of we're gonna sit off you, we're gonna let you play, do what you want. It's not good enough. We didn't work hard enough. That's it. That's as easy as it gets.
Rams, you're not at the bottom of the league. It's not over yet. We've still got now, 6 games to go. This is week 4. So what are going to be your plans this week? What's going to change for next week's game?
We're missing a few players, so I think our players are coming back next week. But it's no excuse. You know what I mean? We play to what we have. Play to our strengths. But you see, next week, we'll go again. I feel like all the hard teams, they're out of the way now. I feel like we've played the top 3 teams, I think. Or what's it, the 4th week?
4th week.
Yeah, okay, top 3 teams then, because we've lost 3 times. We've won 1. So, it always happens,
Someone's got to lose anyway,
Exactly. Someone's got to lose, but it's not going to be us. We're going to make the top 4, I can tell you. I've been in tournaments where we start off a bit rocky, we get 1 win, we know how the winning feeling is, and then, next thing you know, we win again. And then the people that were taking the mick out of us, like Bush's team, Bush's team will not go through, and we'll be going through. That's how it works.
Okay, that's the predictions there from Rams. But Rams, good luck. We'll see you again next week.
That was Rams versus Pro Green. Now, Mitch, we're going to be getting real analysis now, because you go to these games. You go to the Premier League. You know what is required at the highest level. And when I'm seeing man doing Rabonas, scissor kicks, how difficult, because you watch top athletes, when you watch a Premier League team and they lose, what type of attitude do they have when they walk off the field and they've lost? Because if I've lost 7-0 on Monday night with my brethrens watching, I don't think I'm doing interviews with anyone after the game.
There's no socialising. There's no
none.
clapping. They don't clap. If it's 7-0, you can't be walking around like, yeah. I want to see man go. I know people want them to show a bit of respect for the fans.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you've lost by that scoreline, you've got to kind of maybe show a bit of respect. Because the fans are upset. I get it. You go around, give them the little lap, yeah. See me? I want my players to walk down the tunnel. I don't want them to talk to no one. I don't want them to do interviews. I want them to go in the changing room, switch, throw a couple bottles around, couple oranges.
Kick a boot.
Yeah, man. Like, obviously, I want people to just feel like they want to. I don't want players to be upset. I want players to be angry when they lose by them scorelines.
You've been going to, so how long have you worked in the Premier League now?
It's my 3rd season.
So in 3 seasons, what's maybe some of the worst reactions you've seen to losing the game? Because in the Stars League, I'm seeing man get called, what do they call Kojo funds? I'm not going to repeat it here because Kojo is not a joke, but they're trying to take the mick out of Kojo funds. I've seen Hypo. Hypo is 6'9". His arms are like this. He has more jewels than the average jeweler. Man are taking the mick out of him. I said, yo, I'm not going there on a Monday. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's some of the worst experiences you've seen in a Premier League game, though?
Do you know what? I got one, but it's not a player. So I remember I was at Spurs Burnley away, so Turf Moor. And this is when, I think if Spurs won, they would have went 4 points off Liverpool. This was last season.
Yeah.
Last season.
Yeah.
And they lost. And I remember Pochettino going, I don't know if you remember, he went up to Mike Dean. He went up to Mike Dean and he went mad. And I was there.
Was you there?
I was sitting behind the Spurs bench, because that's where the reporters sit. And then as the game finished, everyone just walks across the pitch at Burnley. So most stadiums, you can't walk on the pitch. But here, you have to kind of just walk across the pitch to get to the tunnels on the other side. So everyone's walking across. So I'm walking across, and then I just see Poch running after Mike Dean, running like Usain Bolt. Grabs him, yo, switching. And I was just thinking, I like that though. I know that this is the thing. I know it's not professional, and you obviously don't want your managers to behave in that way, but That's passion. That's like, don't disrespect the set. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to tell you about yourself. And I like that because you just want to know that everyone cares. Because sometimes you feel like footballers don't really care. It's a job. They're just walking off. They're not really... When I see a bit of anger, within reason...
Within reason.
No, we don't want to see someone get punched up or anything. But within reason, you want to see that anger. You don't want people to get upset. Because when you get upset, you just start feeling sorry for yourself.
So are you suggesting Rams should have spoken to the ref in an aggressive manner? Because I agree, Rams.
I mean...
Forget the nice guy stuff. You man lost 7-0 in front of the man them.
I mean, look, when you lose 7-0, you could look at the ref. You could blame anything you want. But ultimately, you just got to look in the mirror. You got to look in the mirror and look at your performance and go, we got to do better. This isn't good enough. There's no point blaming anything else or any external factors. You just got to look at yourself when you lose 7-0 because that just means you're dire.
No, all you got to do what I do, just turn the computer off. Because sometimes I turn the computer off and then I tell the person, because obviously you're playing the cool viral thing, so man are in other countries and things, you're playing them.
Yeah.
You just go back online after and say, the electricity ran out, man, Keating. And then
Them ones.
I'm losing 7-0.
Dirty.
I'm getting sent off something, turning the computer off, I'm
Red
not
cards.
playing.
Yeah, but then if you get sent off, then 7-0 could become 11-0 and then your players start switching.
But I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
It's one of them
I left at
guys.
7. All right, everyone.
Oh, no.
Listen, leave comments. Let us know what you feel about that game right there. Is it an embarrassment for Rams? Can Pro Green carry on this wonderful form and actually win the Stars League altogether? Or is it the next team? The next team happens to be Big Zeke's, my favourite team, versus Kojo. Big Zeke's team, all derived from Jamaica, Halsden. And I just think that this team right here has the potential to go on and win. I do believe, though, and you'll see, I do believe that Pro Green's team is their direct challenger. It's almost like Man City, Liverpool, but last season.
Okay.
Not this year.
This is interesting. So they're the front runners?
Yes. Because this year, Liverpool won it in October.
Okay.
And that's not fair.
Stars League Week 4. We're top against bottom. Big Zeeks, the Big Licks at the top of the table. And at the bottom, well, just above the bottom on goal difference, Don EE. Both teams in yellow. One slightly less fluorescent than the other. As we get our first early shot just wide, bounces off the wall. A little battle in midfield there. Foul's given. Real incredulous look at the referee. Look, I got the ball in my hand. Can't be a foul if I've done that, surely. Oh, what a strike that is. Absolutely unbelievable. What are you thinking in that position? Not a lot's going to happen, maybe apart from a throw-in. And then the strike is absolutely sensational. They can't quite believe it. He's happy. Why not? Look at that. On the half volley, into the top corner. Pick that one out, keeper. In fact, you don't have to. It's bounced back out. Big Zeeks it is with the big strike. Keeper rocked back on his heels, but he gets two hands to it. Well, I feel kind of sorry for the keeper, almost like being in front of a firing squad. Tucks inside, there is the strike into the far corner. Not given, just wide. Often difficult to tell if it bounces off the back wall or the goal itself. Well, keeper. Well, I only think he can explain that technique to us. Off his hands, stiff as you like, into the back of the nets, and thank you. Well, as you would expect, Big Zeeks just cruising along at the moment. As we watch once again, the goalkeeper won't want to watch that. Just didn't get his hands behind it, patted it down. It went into the back of the net. At the opposite end, the keeper shows us how it should be done with a brilliant save. And once again, Zeke's on the strike. Well, he's made up for his earlier error, the goalkeeper there. Decent save. Once again, Big Zeke's quicker to the ball. And there is the finish. Easy as you like. No energy expended, either scoring or celebrating. Except for him. He'd like that. Easy as you like. Stroke it home. Lollop off to the centre. Donny with a rare foray forward on left-hand side. Cuts it across and, well, interesting technique to go backwards rather than forwards there. Ends up bouncing through to the goalkeeper. Big Zeke's in control. One flick. Two flick. Good save by the keeper. That could have been a goal to match the first one, but keeper got in the way. Nearly brought the lights down there. Yep, I think a fair few things dropping out of that net in there that you won't want to talk about. Sole of the foot, and back to the keeper. Good save by the keeper, almost futsal-like there. Once again, Big Zeeks. Nice movement, Mantine and Lacey don't need him. Into the bottom corner. Just the three then. Big Zeeks, by the way, not here. He may FaceTime in a bit later. Let's see. As you watch once again, man tying his lace, that's the decoy in the centre of the pitch, put everybody off, including me. Rare goal back, Don EE, not celebrated. Consolation more than anything, despite the fact there's still plenty of time to go. Once again, we get the Irish dancing. It's just too easy for Big Zeeks here. Nice interchange of play in the midfield. Rare miscontrol from one of the team. There is the strike across. Well, you say miscontrol, maybe he meant it. Flicked one way, went the other, and struck it into the bottom corner. Handshakes all round. It's that kind of celebration, you know, where we know we're doing okay here. Well, I think that was some Aldi Red Bull there. It's whatever it is, it seems to be working. There is Big Zeeks. Looks like he's in a jewellery shop. As ever, a happy man, and why shouldn't he be when your team's top of the league? And he can do it remotely. You don't even need to be there. They've got it all under control. Look at the space, look at the time. Straight through the centre. Goalkeeper's out. Silly move. Penalty. Keeper's bouncing up and down. Is he going to put off the striker? Answer is no. Top corner. Easy as you like. Team full of confidence. Stroking it home left, right and centre. No answer at all from Don EE. Look at that penalty. Cracks it into the top corner. No chance for the keeper. No chance for Don EE. And he's looking very good for Big Zeeks. Top of the league. Well, no one likes a bit of showboating. Well, actually we do. That was good. Not long left now. Is there something for Don EE? Block once again from the defence and the goalkeeper. They just can't find a way through. And that is it. Big Zeeks, big win. 6 goals to 1.
The gaffer supporting, yeah?
Takers,
the
takers,
takers. Big Zeeks team.
Come on.
Tell me, how was that match?
To be honest, I'm not even trying to write off the other team, but that might have been our easiest game. If you're going to play top of the league, you have to come prepared, innit? They wasn't ready, man. We had them rattled from the start. But the boys go again. We stay humble, hungry, and we don't act like we got no wins. It's 0-0, and next week we're going to come even hungrier. We're ready, man.
And I believe you was man of the match today.
You know how we do, it. It's a team effort at the end of the day. I'm here to play with my team at the end of the day. I'm the experienced one in the team, so I'm just trying to lead my team to victory. I'm the captain, and like they said in the first show, beware the man in the woolly hat. And that's me.
Beware of you. Guys, you're at the top of the league. You have not lost a game yet, and we're in week 4. So how is that feeling right now?
We just take every week as it comes. Like, to be honest, we're not worried about what week it is or who we're playing. We just come every week, same energy, same team, and just beat us when you can beat us. If you can beat us, we'll see you next week, innit? Simple. Take us to the world and back. Yeah, man. To the world and back.
So shout out Big Zeeks, who's not here at the moment because he's on a tour, but these guys are holding it down for you, and we'll see you all next week. Congratulations, boys. Week 4, Stars League. Joining me now is Don E. 7-1 defeat. I'm just happy you're talking to me right now, so I'm just going to give you the mic, and I'm going to let you talk.
Man. It's a tough one, it's a tough one. 7-1, I think they're the best team though. Big Zeeks team is the best team. That's the best team we played against. And the better team won at the end. My team was tired. There wasn't running around, there wasn't tracking the man. And yeah, the best team won. The best team won.
And what's going to be the changes for next week? Because I could hear a lot of firing on the side. People were getting, literally, as they came off, take off the shirt and leave because you're not coming back next week.
No, you know what it is? We go back, we see where we done wrong in that, and then we put it right next game. I don't know who we got next game, but I promise you, make sure you put this on. It's going to be a W. I promise you, we're going to win. We're going to win. But yeah, like I said today, the best team won. Big Zeeks teams, fair, good team. I think they're the best team in this competition. But if we play them again, we'll win. So, yeah.
Well, Donny, you're still not at the bottom of the league, so that's a good look.
Worse,
No, I said you're not at the bottom. The table is out and you're not at the bottom.
What's that now? 2 games we've lost?
Yeah, that's 2 games. But you're still not at the bottom of the league, so just have reassurance from that.
Reassurance, we got faith. We're going to win our next 2 games. And, yeah, we're going to bounce back. You know what? You know what they say, never too low and never too high. So we're going to take this as a positive because we need to get our goals back up. So, yeah, that's it, really.
Zeeks' team giving Kojo funds a real battering. Now, Kojo funds came on the scene saying he's done talking. Big man, you better start, because you have to explain what happened in that game, because my lord, my brother.
It was mad.
It was crazy. Little Doozy Vert going crazy over there with the long hair. What's the other guy's name? Curtis.
The first goal was mad. He's taking it on the half volley, put it top bins, postage stamp. It's disrespectful.
This Curtis guy, though, I'm interested by him. He's so good. Does he have the weight of responsibility next week now when his team goes against Pro Green's team?
I think so. I mean, from what I've seen of him, he looks like he's on job. Like, he's taking this thing seriously. He wants PFA Player of the Season.
So you reckon he could get the Player of the Season award? For me, I'm giving it to Kojo funds.
He's taking... Why?
I have no reason. I'm giving it to Kojo
Was
funds.
Kojo playing?
Exactly. But I'm still going to give it to him. Because there's no rules. I want to give it to either Kojo, in the words of specs, no rules. Kojo or Maximum in goal for BBK. Because he's still mixing songs as he's in goal right now. And I think that's a talent.
Kojo's good at FIFA though. I'll give him that. I did something with him for Sky Sports once.
Is he good at FIFA?
Him and Avellino were going at it. I think Av won though.
I can't lie. Av's good. Kojo, I'll challenge you. I'll challenge you.
Oh, you stepped up. You stepped up. I can't lie. You stepped up. You've been practicing.
What do you mean? I got a bag of something, some alcohol, got the press, stayed in my yard and didn't leave. I'm getting good at FIFA. Something has to change. Back to the game though.
Yeah.
You're saying the way of responsibility, big players in big games. Next week, how much do big players have to step up? Because in 3 years you've done the Premier League, it would have meant you've gone to a Liverpool-Man City game at some point. In them games there, do you see some of the top players just give a little bit more than they usually
100%.
do?
Well, this is the games where you need people to perform. It doesn't matter, like, obviously you want them to perform in the smaller games and you want to build that consistency week in, week out. But in a game like this, where a lot's on the line, where this could set up the rest of your season in the league, this is the game you need to win. You need to lay down the marker in these sorts of games. And also, I think, like, Kojo Funds, Professor Green. Sorry, this is Big Zeke's you're saying is playing next week against Professor Green.
Big Zeke
so I'm saying these, man, I'm saying the gaffers, whoever's controlling these teams, they need to get the mind games going throughout the week. I want to see social media posts. I want to see stories. I want to see Insta lives. Get in their heads early on. Build it up. Because that's what happens. You see Jose in these lot. Press conference. Mind games. Planting the seeds. It's not enough with these games just to turn up and play football. You need to start the mind games early. Get in their head.
I need to see you in a Caribbean shop tomorrow. I want patties for everyone. I want a lady called Patty eating a patty in there.
Mad.
Pro Green, I want you to go Stamford Hill and just go mad. Because you've got about 975 people that live in a flat, a single flat. There is so much man in Stamford Hill. I need to see videos. I need to see madness. I will go down Stamford Hill and chat to you lot. I will go to the patty shop and talk to Big Zeke as well. This game is absolute. Bruv, do you know how much Jamaicans are over there?
Mad.
Give them bun and cheese, Guinness punch, something. Yeah. Them man there, yard. You can hear them all the time, loud.
And even though we want to do the mind games, we don't want to do too much chatty patty.
Yeah.
We want the actions to do the talking as well. So there needs to be a balance.
But don't do Kojo funds, because he's done talking.
Oh, he's done talking.
Swams hasn't spoken in years as well, but I'll leave that to Alhan. Look, next game, very interesting for me and Mitch. It is Tizzy versus Bushkin, and Tizzy decided to call a man out of retirement who also asked to play for Southend for free on Twitter. Now Ranger.
Man like Ranger, you know, a Power Ranger.
Here we go then, week 4 Stars League. Tizzy against Bushkin, two teams neck and neck in the league, so all to play for here. Bushkin in your purple, Tizzy in your red stroke maroon, whatever colour that may be. I'm sure it's got a different name, Jamaican sunset, something like that probably, just something exotic. They like to do that at sports brands. So early shot saved by the goalkeeper. Nice play in the midfield, always in here because it's a tough surface. The sole of the foot used, maybe a little too much there. He's got away with it in the end. Well, Bushkin back to play it back to their goalkeeper. Sole of the foot once again and again. Oh, there's the flick, the roll, the push, the flick. The shot is wide. Well, that was a fine bit of play. Early doors by Bushkin. Strike is in. Keeper, no chance really. Just power beat him. Polite clap. Few gunshots for the for the goal scorer there. Don't think that means he's getting fired. We'll keep him on. One step and a shot and a finish. Brilliantly done. Well, he just found a cap. The width of the ball was all he needed, and that's what he took as he rifles it into the bottom corner. Look at that. No chance for the keeper. And once again, we are back on level terms. There's a strike across the keeper. He does really well to save. He just stays big, as the owl cliche goes. No, is that a foul on the halfway line? Not too many complaints. The cameraman's done well, showing some decent control there, whilst hanging on to an expensive camera as the shot goes wide. Interchange of play, well, to the wrong shirt. He's still waiting in the middle. It's gone way past him. And a goal at the other end. Just strikes it home after the ball was dispossessed on the edge of the opposition box. And then a left foot strike past the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. Thank you very much. Still a very tight game. Most evenly matched of the evening, I would say, so far. Well, the idea was there. The execution wasn't, in terms of the control. Second period underway. I don't know why I'm calling it period, by the way. I've suddenly turned American. Apologies for that. Second half underway. Roll and flick back. And again, he scuffs his foot round the ball so it doesn't trouble the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper now prowling the edge of his box, looking for the pass out. Eventually finds it with a straight ball. Bobbly bouncy control. It's out of play. Tizzy. Forwards to go backwards and lose possession on the edge. And there it is to strike into the bottom corner. And once again, this game, twos and fro's. Goalkeeper, absolutely no chance there. Tizzy, nice play. Bushkin eventually win the ball back. And eventually, Tizzy win the ball back. And eventually we get the shots on. And it's a great finish. In fact, it was just wide. What am I talking about? Just need to clear my glasses 1 second. Hold on. Right, sorted. I can see now. Outside of the full control. That's a lovely little interchange of play into the centre, into the mid-drift, as we say politely. In the balls, otherwise. Not the best pass. Not the pleasantest place to control it either. Good shot. Let go in off the keeper. No, it's off the post and wide. So tight this game. There's space, there's time. The keeper's out. Well, there's little doubt there. Little doubt at all. Keeper charges out of his area. Fouls the man with the bandana. Penalty's taken. Keeper sinks to his knees into the bottom corner. Tizzy leading the way. Just sank the goalkeeper down there. Sit down, my friend. And then popped it into the bottom corner. That's it. Hard fought, but a victory is there. Tizzy the winners. Time to stretch off, relax. Funny enough, it hurts less when you win. Final score, Tizzy 3, Bushkin 2.
Week 4, and joining me now is Bushkin. Bushkin, talk to me about the game.
Well, it was a really good game, you know. Thoroughly enjoyed that game there, man. Yeah, we lost last second, you know, and I made a bad mistake. You know, saying come out of the box. I don't know, them rules, I'm not used to them kind of rules there, you know. But so I got the rules are the rules. Like I say, every week, teamwork makes the dream work. Our team played excellent, you know, so full big up to our team. And even the other team played really good as well. You know, I'm not one to moan, but man, I just sign up new man every week and bring in like professional footballers and stuff like that. And even with those professionals, to be honest with you, they still couldn't, they beat us, but it was a very slim margin, you know, so it's all good anyway. Next week, on to next week, you know, same as every week. Teamwork makes the dream work. Swag's still on point. Look at the laces in the top. You know, so you know we're winning. We're still winning. You know, we're winning regardless. Stars League, you don't know, big up. Yeah, we'll see you back next week.
We'll see you next week. Thank you, Bushkin. Joining me just after the game is Niall Ranger, who is playing for Tizzy's team. Niall, talk to me. How did you feel about the match today?
Boy, you know what? I didn't expect that. You know, it was very tough. I'll be honest. And obviously, I knew a few of the lads and that, so they gave me a tough time. One of them called Smithy was just on my back, on my case, so he annoyed me for a bit, but we got the win in the end, 3-2. But it was good. I like the turnout and everything. The atmosphere is good, so it's decent turnout, yeah.
So will we see you again next week?
100%. Yeah, trust me.
All right, well, good luck for the tournament, and thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you soon.
My team needed me. My team needed me.
You got the win for them, right?
Tizzy shouted, whoever needed to shout, we got the win, so we're happy.
Congratulations, we'll see you next week. Congratulations, Tizzy. This is the first time I'm saying this. So week 4. No, I had to put that in there. I had to put that in there, guys. Because Tizzy, we've spoken a couple of times now, and there's a couple of L's. But this week you got the win. So congratulations. Come on, be more active, be more happy about it.
This is the start of the football thing, you get? We're going to continue as we mean to go on. No more talking, innit? No more talking. We're just going to show up and do the job. That's it. No celebrations, no joy. We're just going to show up and win everything. You feel me? That's it.
What? That's it? Okay. All right, he's gone. So good luck, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you, guys.
Tizzy 3, Bushkin 2. Some might say it's heartless, but I genuinely believe Nile Rangers is the reason why they won.
Scored a pen.
Yeah, but
Do you know what?
he's playing for Newcastle. It's the least you can do now, Geezer.
Yeah. Now you could see now. I'm hearing he wasn't wearing the right footwear, but I could still see that he was a cut above.
He's a levels above.
I could
his
see
own.
it.
You
I
can
could see it. Yeah, his awareness, his spatial awareness, the way he was just laying off the ball for people. That game was scrappy though.
African Nations Cup.
It was it was scrappy as hell. Like I don't think people were creating enough like angles to just get the passing guy and the 1-2s and stuff. It just seemed like a battle. Man, we're just like literally. It might as well have had a shield and sword.
It looked like prison football. It reminded me a little bit of, you know, when you watch them leagues, like they'll show you clips of like football in Argentina somewhere, and like all the fans are on it. Yeah, it looked like that. It looked crazy, fam. But the good thing I can say, Nile Ranger being there, it gives the other players confidence. I see that. Elijah step up with the dreads and go crazy. But I did tell people last week about having a dread man in goal. I've never seen a dreadlock man in goal and been successful with it. Dreadlock players are good from Edgar Davids, Clarence Seedorf. Then you have terrible versions like Reggie Blinker. Man, them don't remember Reggie Blinker.
He's having he's having a stinker. Reggie Blinker.
Chris Armstrong has dreadlocks now.
Does he?
Do your Googles. Anyway, people,
Shout out Chris
that game
Armstrong.
there, it's not going to be one of the... I don't think either of them teams are going to push in to win the league. I think Nile definitely can help them push on a little bit, and then maybe next season we can see the development. But you're saying with them teams there, bit scrappy.
Bit scrappy. I just think they just need to kind of work on, like I said, just getting into spaces so that there's just options for people to pass the ball. For me, it just looked like, say, two people battling for the ball, someone else would just come in and it's getting a bit congested and it's a small pitch. So you've got to try and find those pockets of space to pick up the ball and create something. That's what we saw in the Professor Green game. That's what we saw with Big Zeeks, and that's why they're challenging.
Champions League, yeah.
So I think you've got to study the people that are really doing their thing, study the opposition, the people that are the front runners, and just nick philosophies.
Yeah, nick that.
Why not?
I'm on that.
Stars League, there's no rules.
Leeds United done that as well. Their managers go. Do you know what? I can honestly say the first two games we watched, Champions League, Bayern Munich versus Chelsea, a bit of Napoli, Barcelona, and the game I just watched, Shrewsbury versus Barnet. But no disrespect to them.
Hey, see Bushkin though, I expect him more because he's played in a lot of football tournaments throughout the years, hasn't he?
Bushkin's a legend.
He's out here. I've seen him play a lot of football tournaments, so I expect him more against his team. But they did have Nile Ranger. It's not fair, really.
I've just been informed the dreadlock goalkeeper plays for Ollie Murs' football team.
Swear.
And
Isn't Ollie Moores on tour? Isn't he just touring somewhere around the world? What's he doing?
well, he's definitely left his goalkeeper, but do you know what? Even a broken clock's right twice a day. So maybe that dreadlock goalkeeper can show me something under Ollie Murs, because right now, I'm just seeing him give away penalties outside the box. I don't even know how that's possible. 2 games left, starting off with Maximin's team versus J2K. J2K, please say you didn't lose.
Week 4 of the Stars League, and here we go. It is Max BBK against J2K. Plenty of Ks. Easy to distinguish though. Max BBK in blue, J2K red. Early shot over the bar. Goalkeeper. Well, that's very confident. Just let it roll through your legs to the defender. No problem whatsoever. Oh, keeper. Well, he knew what was happening. He just let it roll past. See, manager, calm as you like. Chance on the edge. It's always the little push and roll. It's not happening now. Referee. Well, it looks like she's serving a writ there for that tackle. What was that in her hand? That is blamed as a claim. That was from a solicitor, a letter. She's got it at the ready. Lovely little touch through, but he can't get it through the wall. And I tell you what, that was some strike with the left foot. Just over the bar. Chance again. Lovely little flick and push. You tell he's going to go to his left at the end. He has to go with his right on the outside. Plenty of red shirts in the middle. Difficult to get through at the moment. J2K. Chance for them. Smashed across the goal. Disappointing in the end. It was begging for a shot on target and it just didn't happen. Oh, well, that's how you do it on target. It's that good. I've almost lost my voice. Brilliant strike. Last week he did it from his own half. This week, tell you what, if you missed it, I'll do it again. Watch this. Brilliantly done. Just cues it up. Little bit of curl on it. Keeper, no chance whatsoever. Foul. Big shout for the foul. Obviously given. Well, stop shouting, fellas. It's been given. Strike once again, this time wide, but the rebound volleyed home. Brilliantly done. Not too much excitement. Cool as you like. They know what they're doing. They've done it before. You don't need to celebrate those things. That's our job. J2K. Oh, disappointing. disappointing to leave the keeper exposed like that. Casual, just take the ball back. We'll start again. Do more of the same, thank you very much. Well, he left a big gap there. And they were punished. I think the cliche goes to the commentator. Under the first period. Second period underway. The old roll with the sole of the foot. They love that one. Futsal technique. Futsal, if you're not aware, by the way. Oh, as that chip just goes wide, clips the bar, clips the post at the same time. Futsal, if you're not aware, by the way, is basically indoor football with a slightly heavier ball on a wooden floor. Hence, you use the sole of your foot a lot because it hurts the rest of your foot. What a save by the keeper. And again, he's across his goal to put off the striker. And he looks like one of those goalkeepers. He's gone in goal for a laugh today. Got a bib on over his shirt. And he's showing the real keepers how it's done. Good save down to his right-hand side there. J2K moving forward, nice movement right to left on the diag. And there is the finish. Bottom corner. Open up the play, going right to left. Really well done. The goalkeeper, he can't even get it on its way out. Well, that looked like it was outside the area, not given. And to be fair, it was a good save. We'll let him off that one. J2K playing it in their own half. They go right to left once again. Can we get the shot one more time? We can, but it is wide. Nice interchange of play in the centre. All outside of the foot stuff. Sole of the foot. They're still in possession, Max. Max BBK. Good save by the keeper. The bibbed up goalkeeper. Looking for the foul. Not given. Ball eventually breaks. Finally, the final whistle goes, as it finally does, because it's called the final whistle. Max BBK, easy victory for them in the end. They could have scored a lot more. Max BBK 3, J2K 4.
And joining me now is J2K and one of his players, Mark. First of all, before J2K, that is a very intense look at the moment, okay? So first of all, I'm going to say happy birthday to Mark. Shout outs on his big 30th. He's celebrating with an L today. So do you want to talk about that?
Well, I always treat it as a lesson, but I think we got schooled in the end. But I'm not too happy about it, losing on my birthday, but it is what it is. Have to come back next week stronger. I think we're always quite close, it just sort of tips one way, and we always come out losers so far, apart from the first game. But
well, at least it's your birthday, and so we can congratulate you on that, and we can have a fun time with that in a minute. Mr. J2K, Mr. Manager, Mr. Bossman. You weren't here last week, so I didn't get to have a convo with you. But
I was away. But yeah, today, do you know what the problem is? We're just a bit slow to get it going. Like we've proven it in the last few games. Like in the second half, it gets together, and then like we actually don't lose in the second half. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. So it's something to build on, but we just need to fucking build on it. You get me quickly, because you know what I mean. This is how it is. We just need to get them goals in, man. We're lacking there, but. Again, another L.
Clear that throat.
But I don't know, nothing more to say, man. But yeah, this colour's good though. What is it? Mauve?
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's mauve, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Do you like it? Yeah. He always likes my jumper colours. But okay, in terms of the league table, you're doing all right at the moment.
Listen, no sugarcoat. We ain't doing all right. So we just need to get better, and that's it. Like we ain't doing all right now. But we've got the attributes to do all right. That's the thing. That's what's frustrating. You know what I mean? Because it's not a shit team. It's good players all round, but get there.
And for you, Mark, what is going to be your focus this week? What are you going to bring next week?
Well, I think it's just more determination to. It's like you said, we're getting a bit slow to actually when we're getting the game. It's like second half, and we're like 2-3 goals down, and it's getting annoying. So it ain't happening next week. It ain't happening. We're winning next week.
So joining me off the pitch with a 3-1 win today is Maximum. I've been trying to hunt this guy down now for the last 2 weeks. He's been avoiding me, but because he's won today, I think he's really happy to talk to me. So Maximum, come on, talk to me about the game.
We got the victory finally. Not finally, it's our second win. We lost last week. I think we got the backlash from Joe Blacks because they got smashed by Big Zeeks, but they came back stronger and they got the result today as well. They're looking good, man. But yeah, we got the result. We won 3-1. Kind of disappointed that I conceded a goal, to be fair. And we just knew what we had to do today. We just scored 3 goals, went 3-0 up and just said, let's control the game and don't lose it. And that's what we've done.
Okay, are you happy with the league table at the moment? What's your thoughts on it?
Today, after the results, I'm not too sure. I'll have to have a look again. But yeah, it would be better if we was a little bit higher. I think we was 4th before today's result.
Yeah.
But we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, could be happier, but I don't mind. It's cool, man.
Well, I'm just glad that you spoke to me today.
No,
Honestly, I feel like
No.
the paparazzi chasing you around this place.
Last week I couldn't find you. You tried to find me and then I couldn't find you. But yeah, now come on.
And what's the plans for this week in terms of playing next week? Any game plans?
No, not really.
No.
I think I know who we're playing.
Okay. Looking forward
But you
to
know
it?
what it is? That what's happening here is when our team doesn't change. We haven't changed. We've had one new player. That's because another player can't make it. But what's happening is people are getting smashed week in, week out, and their teams are changing every week. But the players are getting better and better and better. People have got professional. There's an international player that plays here, that plays international football. He knows who he is. I'm not going to bait you up because you tried to bait me up last week. But yeah, no, it's good, man. Like the level of football here is high, man. Like it's proper high, very competitive, and yeah, it's sick, man. It's wicked.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time, Maximum, and it's really lovely speaking to you this week. And we'll see you again next week. Good luck.
Rudimental versus Joe Black. Week 4 of the Stars League, and both of these teams on 6 points. So winner takes all. You could see Joe Black go as high as 3rd if they win today. Rudimental, same position. Time will tell. Rudimental in the white, by the way. Joe Black in the, was it mauve? No, mauve. It's nice, though, whatever it is. There's the earliest of strikes. Left foot, past the keeper. Sheer power beat him. In between the stanchion and the post. Just how you like it. Fantastic finish. And an early lead for Joe Black. Strike is over the bar. Keeper can watch it. Doesn't have to worry about the corners here. He touches it over. Rudimental on the far side. Lovely little twist and turn, though. He's been tackled and dispossessed. Well, it started off with a trick. It ended in disaster. And I tell you what, once he got it, it was straight front to back. Or back to front, I should say. And rifles the ball home. One direction he was going, that was forwards. Strike across the goal while he's made up for his mistake just before. Fine finish, beat the keeper at the near post. The keeper just waving his arm as it goes past, waving goodbye as it nestles in the back of the net. I tell you what, this game is to-ing and throwing back and forth, end to end. Various other cliches apply, and there is a finish into the bottom corner. Once again, left-hand side is the danger side. Joe Black's team cannot close the gaps over there. A finish in the bottom corner, 2nd in a row. Joe Black's team controlling possession, and again, a bit silly in midfield. They get away with it though. It kind of went nowhere. Chance and a finish when he's central to goal. All the time in the world. Just roll your foot across it, side foot it home. Simple as you like, look at that. No chance for the keeper. He's less grasping air and artificial turf. Again, great finish into that bottom corner. It's the left-hand side that gives them the joy. Rolls with the sole of the foot, picks his spot. And there you go, there's so much space on that left-hand side. No closing quickly at the moment. Goalkeeper comes out, hangs on the edge of his box as he has to. Goalkeepers are not allowed out here. Foul. It's given. No surprise, really. No time for the free kick as we get ready for the second period. Sorry, I'm talking American again. Not period, half. Good strike, goalkeeper behind it all the way. Good technique from the keeper. Page 3 of the coaching manual. Again, goalkeeper does really well there. Down to his left-hand side. Just makes himself big. And it leads to that. The strike at the far end. Past the keeper. Absolutely no chance. And Joe Black's team in mauve, if that makes sense. Once again, sure they can break quickly. One end to the other. Chance again, and there it is. There's the break. Into the bottom corner. Barely a ball's width to get the ball through, but that's all you need. He found it perfectly. Rudimental now have got to find something in this game. Big shout for the ball's got to play. It is given. Can he take the quick kick in? Quick throw-in's a lot easier to say. Kick-in's more difficult. Well, I tell you what, poor play there to be dispossessed. Foul's given. Free kick, and what a strike that is. Zero backlift. Into the back of the net. And I tell you what, will you get better than that? How do you generate that power with that little backswing? Rory McIlroy would love to know in golf. Chance again. Well, it was begging there, wasn't it, just for the volley downwards. He can't quite believe it, but eventually they come out on top. Victory by the narrowest of margins. They now move up to third place in the league. Final score, Rudimental 4, Joe Black 5.
Win, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, man, it's heating up. The competition's getting intense. It's another tough game. Rudimentals, they're good with their feet and they can look after themselves. So it was a tough game, but like I said, we pulled through again. What more can I say?
So next week, week 5, halfway through, anything you're going to be focusing on this week for the team?
I think we just got to keep our energy levels high, not get complacent, and not underestimate any opponent, because it's like teams are changing every week. People are drafted in players, so yeah, man, we just got to stay on point, innit? Stay on point. Hopefully that loss against Big Zeke's team will be our only loss. So yeah.
Well, good luck for the rest of the tournament, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, Joe.
And that is a conclusion on week 4. Looking at the table, as you can see, at the top of the Christmas tree happens to be man like Big Zeke's team on 12 points, and close behind is Pro Green on 10. Next week, we'll definitely see who will take top spot as them two go ahead against each other. And at the bottom, J-Lo's best asset happens to belong to Rams. He's only got 3 points. But Rams, I believe in you the same way my parents believed in me.
He's joined though. He's joined. There's another 4 teams on 3 points.
You know what? A joint's a good thing to have sometimes, especially if you go LA. But at the end of the day, there's only one place that people can only have, and he's bottom. Some people could say Man City and Man United were joint, but Man City won the league. Rams, big man, it's a terrible film, but I need you to step up. Look, next week we're going to be back here, same time, same place, a wonderful guest again. Please make sure you lock in. Thank you, Craig Mitch. Big round of applause for Craig Mitch.
Shout out Stars League all day, man.
And I swear to God, I'm actually going to post this on Instagram, this one. I'm so lazy, fam. I posted my drop, though.
Yeah.
Take a look for that.